Greetings everyone, and Great here. Another H-Bars 4 replays. One on top left side as the Yellow English, we have KauP. One on bottom right side as the Cyan Mongols, we have Corvinus1. Let's see now, English versus Mongols. Let's talk about the Mongols first. They have two unique units in feudal age. You of course got the Keshiks and the Magadai. Keshiks are a good heavy cav unit option. Weaker but cheaper than the Royal Knights and Early Knights. And of course got the Magadai, a unit that is basically worthless throughout the entire game and only has a small usage and hitting trade line and villagers basically in Castle and Feudal Age, primarily in Feudal Age, because they need to be fully upgraded to be any sort of use. Of course, over on the English side, he has access to the Man-at-Arms, Vanguard Man-at-Arms, Early Man-at-Arms, and the Longbow. Longbows will be useful the entire game, and a mix of longbow spearmen is a pretty common composition, very effective versus Keshiks, and can be very hard to deal with. Man-at-Arms can also be very hard to deal with. It goes a mix of spearmen, man-at-arms. It's really hard for most people to deal with feudal age man-at-arms. Keshiks can be useful versus man-at-arms, but if there's a mix of spearmen, those Keshiks can be forced away, no problem. You got the deer stone being plotted on the field. Both of the Mongol landmarks are not really that good. The silver tree is good, but it's also a big double-edged sword because then you have a very exposed trade line that covers the entire half of the map. And the deer stone provides you Yam network early, but it's only really useful for a minor economic benefit, primarily for the wood line, and that's about it. When it comes to economic capabilities, the Mongols of course start out with no need to build housing, but some of their structures are a bit more expensive, especially compared to English. The gear costs 100 resources there, and it is not fun to pack this up and move around. It is a pain in the butt thing to use around, and that's why most people just pull out more gears rather than trying to take time to pack it up and move around, because it needs some big quality of life improvements to be useful. The pasture versus farms. The English farms do cost 37 wood. One pasture is not near Ovo can support up to 3 villagers, which is significantly more expensive than the English farms, which can also be improved being nearby a mill to be better than to be one of those powerful economic upgrades in the entire game, as opposed to being near the Ovo, which can basically support 4 villagers rather than just 3. Well, this can improve your villager gathering rate in feudal age by 20%, so it makes it so your farms are even better than deer. So overall, the Mongols will have trouble versus the English farming benefits, but then again, most of us do have trouble comparison to that. While also, when it comes to town centers, the Mongol town centers do cost 900 wood rather than the 700 mix of all the factions' town centers. So you do pay more for your second town centers, which is why the silver tree is a bit more appealing, because it is a good alternative to the town center, albeit a bit risky and expensive, because traders are not cheap. That's why most people tend to go with the silver tree over the deer stone, because deer stone is minor economic benefits, while the silver tree has a good economic alternative, but is incredibly hard to keep secure since you have no access to palisade walls. Most of the Mongol game is uphill in general. They may think like, oh, the free no housing's great. Not really. If you take a look at here, the initial housing is what? Was it 20 or 10? I forget exactly. It is 10. So right now, the Mongol stays about on 3 housing, which is about 150 wood. And if the English player goes to another town center, that's basically saving on 5, or the Mongol wants to go for another town center, that's basically paying for 5 houses as well as building a town center. It is expensive. And wood is one of those diminishing return items that takes a long time, that while your traverse speed, the slower your gathering rate as well. So it's easy to deploy out the stone-based town centers and the wood-based town center. Got these horsemen on advanced force. I'm a bit of aggression with these horsemen. He does have a good number of spearmen and longbowmen, and getting out some vanguard man-at-arms. He does not have the early man-at-arms research. It does have in the queue now. Does have a couple Keshiks here. Has a nice little mixed force. 10 archers will be useful against his opponent's spearmen. If the spearmen go down, then his Keshiks and horsemen can overrun the longbowmen and the man-at-arms. Got 19 military units versus 16. We have the wood chopping research there, the forestry being researched. And no wheelbarrow being pulled out just yet. With the amount of villagers he has on wood, he may be eyeing for another town center. Keshiks do find a good charge attack there on the longbowman, but does not take him out. Mongol does see a bit of town center arrows there as well. Does throw the scouting eagle to get some good scouting in this region. This wood line's been abandoned. Now click up this wood line. And the palisade walls there, he's unable to really breach it. Does take out a forest pupper there, but he is going to eye for a outpost in this region or somewhere. Wait a second. Is that wait a second. Is he trying to... He does not have improved forestry for the one chop cut, but he's trying to make a breach with his villagers. Okay, this is interesting. You got now the spearmen and men-at-arms pushing forward. Longbowmen in this mix as well. There's 10 longbowmen, 7 spearmen, 2 men-at-arms, and a scout. This force is being forced back. He's pulling this outpost inside the forest. What vision does he have through this area? That is a sign outpost going up there as well. I'm not sure what he's eyeing. What is he eyeing? This is just weird. Longbowmen do get some attacks. It hits there. Does go for pierce damage to the Mongol player. The English player already has gone for pierce damage. So got pierce armor being researched by the English player. And now got pierce armor over here. Going for some arrow slits on this one here. Does that outpost see that forest? I don't think it will see through that forest. Yeah, it doesn't see that. Doesn't actually see the palisade gate walls over there just yet. Got a bit of spear brace there, getting a good number of those horsemen killed off there and stunned. 3 horsemen goes down versus 3 spearmen charging forward. Horseman trying to find a hit there. Does get a good charge attack. Spearman engage. Mongol archers doing a good job engaging his opponent. The man-at-arms still pose a big threat. Might throw a falcon for line of sight for the arrow slit. Potential. But he'll soon find out there's nothing gathering up any resources there. It's weird. Shocked village with towers. Yep. But still, his opponent already abandoned that wood line there. He saw that wood line was already abandoned with the previous scouting falcons. Going for this one here. Going for an outpost there. His opponent's going to wall him in. I just find this really weird. We do have a pair of Keshiks being deployed down the field, as well as more archers. That's a ×2 archer. Getting out some more horsemen as well. Does get arrow slit here. He does spot the outposts, or that outpost. I don't think he spotted this outpost yet. They're not firing because they're not in range. What does yellow see? He probably would see in that outpost, right? Because those walls are right there. Maybe a little bit of bug in the replay. Yep, now he's responding to it. These outposts can quickly go on down. Does lose some of the villagers there. Coming out to push it. Does get a outpost there surrounded by walls. Okay. These villagers are starting going down. Does go and destroy both of those outposts. Now it's going to make a way through. Does get inside the town center. There's enough room for most of these villagers, or all of those villagers. He may have lost one villager there. No, he did not lose a single villager there. Now he's trying to find some of these spare villagers. Does not take out that villager there. These Scion villagers backing on off. Over here, got this outpost now garrison. Sending some arrows there on the horsemen. I don't know if you've seen these yet. This game's gone a little bit weird. Got a fresh con back here. This outpost is very well secure, and this will provide him some good castle network for quite a bit of distance. Signs on fallen back. There's a good number of longbowmen here, 35 longbowmen, 7 man-at-arms, and 3 spearmen. He may want to go for probably more man-at-arms. There's a lot of archers here, so spearmen won't be that great. Going for more man-at-arms to help him keep his longbows safe. Finds a smaller force in the field. Got hack damage being researched by Mongols as well. And looks like the Keshik will take time and bob some of the sheep to get some health. Going for another outpost here. He's gonna before these outposts. Does spot these outposts now. He will lose a longbow. This man-arms will take quite a bit to take him out. Of course, the primary arrows of these outposts do 11 damage, which is much greater than the garrison bolt arrows. Got these villagers pushing forward, trying to torch down these outposts. Some of Yellow's villagers are going down. Sign does have 45 villagers. Yellow has 49. These outposts go down. Sign does have a good amount of wood stored up. He may be eyeing for a second town center. Blowing it right around here would be good to help clear up these deer, as well as perhaps a bit of wood. Yes, good number of Keshiks here. Going for more Keshiks currently wouldn't be half bad. This one's minimizing the spearman presence. We got an outpost here, which will provide the Yam network for these villagers. Got Yellow eyeing for an outpost here as well. He has a good number of pastures already put on the field. You really stand to get out some more of the deer collected, probably. Stable now seems to fire. That does pack it up, trying to back it on off. Does not back it, push me forward. Got the counter now garrison. Some of these villagers are going down. Didn't get here. Let's reach there. 2 of the Science villagers do go down. Horsemen and Keshiks push me forward with all these Scion archers. Keshiks, however, getting quickly focused down there. Just simply didn't have enough front line. His other Keshiks are now eyeing a bit more aggressive. There's a small defense force there. Let's spot this outpost there. We'll get a bit of raid from it. And these forces will fall back now. The Mongols have consumed all their resources. The English still has plenty of resources. Yep, even though Mongol only has 4 less villagers, you can see here the big economic differences. He doesn't have any economic resource either. But right now, if we switch over here, we got 27 on the sheep, 28 on the sheep, while there's only 13 on the farms. It shows a really big difference between the food income. They have the same food, almost same income. In fact, the English has a little bit better, has 1 economic tech, but the farm passive there is really paying out big time. Keshiks do find a massive flank there. Yellow's army is starting to get disintegrated. Yellow's archers doing some great damage there. The Mongol Khan doesn't have any his arrow available. Yellow's front line has disintegrated. Now the longbowmen are falling back after advancing forward. Some of these Keshiks are going down. More of these longbows push way forward. Keshiks are now engaging on these longbows. We'll be able to deal with these longbows. Their swipe per health will give them a lot of longevity versus longbowmen, and now longbowmen just trying to run away. And right now his force is entirely composed of longbowmen and 2 spearmen. 1 spearman is located right there. Does use a speed arrow there to help close the distance there. It appears doesn't have a whistling arrow research, nor the improved whistling arrow research. Some palings being plowed there, very nice. He does actually avoid the palings. Nope, one of them does hit the paling there and dies to it. The other one does find it as well. Got some palings here as well. Great usage of the palings. And right now the military force is quite even. Even though Keshik has a higher quality, the longbows still pose a massive threat to them. He does have the Ovos here. No research from it whatsoever. He can go for the Whistling Arrows. He's been spending all his stone. Actually, no, he does have his stone to work with. He can get the Whistling Arrow improved. We got more Keshiks being employed on the field. That's a ×2 Keshik. 2 ×2 Keshiks being employed on the field. Sorry about that, my drink made a little crack there. Bit of longbow fire coming on forward. And right now he does need to retask the gear to get forward, though that wood posit is pretty wounded, or low, not wounded. Now trying to break through here, and it's actually a great opportunity for the Keshik to get a lot of raid. He can destroy a lot of farms to get a lot of raid. He doesn't have the improved raid bounty, which is actually a bit of a problem. Let's find a spearman there. We're going to try and torch down this outpost. Does get a bit of raid there. Try and get the villagers on the inside. Farms don't have a lot of health. They have 300 health. They can be quickly destroyed, but this one has a long bow wounds here. He's able to whittle down those Keshiks quite nicely. Yellow has killed 5 villagers. Cyan's only killed 4. But Cyan's still behind on villager count, probably due to spending resources on other than villagers. Khan does go down there. Now the longbowmen are getting some chasing after the Keshiks. The farm's now being retasked. Will provide some great food income. Keshiks push their way forward. We got the longbowmen. There's 2 spearmen in this mix. There are 60 longbowmen on the field. They can put some big holes in these Keshiks. Keshiks do not have a lot of health, and so they can quickly get focused down like this. That Keshik will escape on out there. He has a good force of archers push way forward. Need more archers on the field. Probably could stand to get more horsemen. The bonus damage there will be a bit more cost effective. Extra now charge on forward. They do get a good charge attack there. There's only a couple spearmen for yellow as well. Has he gotten the Whistling Arrow research? No, he's not got the Whistling Arrow. It's a very important technology, though I suppose he doesn't have the Khan out in the field at the moment. Let's find some more of these outposts here, which will give him a bit of raid. That castle or outpost does go down, denying the castle network for the time being. I wonder if he needs to go for hack damage. Against this longbowman, they have 70 health. The Keshiks do have 16 damage. Yep, I don't think the +1 damage would help them out, kill them out quicker. Quick math. One of the Cyan archers do go down. Keshiks push away forward. Let's see a bit of fire there. Right now, the yellow longbowman just doing a good job of kiting around. We knocked the network castles there, providing a good damage buff for these longbowmen. They also have front line, but a little of it is quickly going down, but managed to get some great damage with the longbowmen. Right now, Cyan's just having trouble closing in on these longbowmen. Trying to go for more Keshiks. He is spending a lot of his gold there. He could spend his wood and get some horsemen. And right now, he's actually pretty low in wood as well. He needs to get out another gear out somewhere. He's trying. There's some shrubbery being utilized, not a whole lot. Some of these villagers, the sheep does go down there. The sheep have been tasked on the wrong side of the town center. That's a little bit too open to be attacked like it is. There's just a speed arrow there trying to close the distance. Keshik's trying to close it. Does get a good charge attack there. Will manage to break on through. Some of the main arms going down. This outpost is not has been interrupted. And Keshiks are still going down to those spearmen as well as the longbow fire. It simply does not have enough Keshiks to break on through. And the man-at-arms are stalling out these Keshiks quite severely. Longbow do move a little too slow. They move the same speed as man-at-arms and crossbows, while regular archers do move a little bit faster, but they still having trouble engaging. Signs going to fall back now. We're seeing quite a bit of damage. And overall, the longbowmen there's just far too many of them for them to deal with. Yep. 26 versus, looks like 39 was that. But of course, it's hard to tell with this since they weren't retasked entirely time. Does lose another archer there. Another outpost going up. The English player must be running. No, he has plenty of wood here. And can make use of that wood deposit and this wood deposit here. And make use of this one here. These villagers are going to be hit relatively soon. This outpost is quickly going down to these longbows. This outpost was not completed. It's going back to this one here. Sign just needs more stables. He's actually having trouble with food and wood. He's being retasked over here to this wood deposit. Not going to these ones here. But perhaps be a bit desperate, gamble a little bit, try to go for the gear deposit and the wood over there. But right now he's hitting a bit of a rock. He's actually out of gold as well. He's trying to pull out some horsemen. He needs more stables, whereas right now he just simply doesn't have the production. Now got the King's Palace being put on the field. We do now have the outpost deployed on the field. King's Palace is on the way. Right there. This will give Cyan or Yellow another town center to work with. He's going to be hitting this berry line as well. He has currently 5, 6, 7 pastures that can support about 21 villagers. And Cyan does back up the game with seeing the age up there. This is Anagram saying thank you for watching and on to next replay.